Hey everyone, it's Bobbi-Jo and welcome to my home. I am coming to you with hashtag Thursday Booktube. And this is hosted by Daphne at my mountain home and kitchen and also by Patty at Life with Patty. I will link those ladies below. If you're wondering what Thursday Booktube is, it is about books of any kind. Could be coloring books, could be rearranging books, could be talking about books that you've read, which is usually what mine are. You can be going over magazines, anything that you enjoy related to books, pretty much. Patty and Daphne are very open to interpretation. So if you're wondering, just go for it. Why not? I was even pondering, like, maybe some people could do some of their writing that they do in maybe they have a booklet or something and they have writing that they'd like to share. I don't know. Just a thought. Anyways, I had a couple of books I finished this week. There's one that is not published yet. It was an advanced copy from the author, and one that is published now. I will give you the publication date, and I'm going to try to remember to bring this up again at the publication date, but I'll get to that one. Let's talk about the small one that I read called Sea of Tranquility. This is about time travel, basically, and a kind of a rip in time. It follows a few different characters and at different timelines. I liked this book, and it's Canadian, which is great. It's by Emily St. John Mandel, and what I liked about it is that I liked the writing style in it, and I liked the concept and how she kind of made it a little bit easier to understand, because it was it's a kind of a little bit of a complicated thing, and she was able to easily bring it around. I thought it was very intriguing. I had a hard time connecting with those characters, and I think if the novel had been longer, I think it's about 250 pages, 260 pages, I forget which one it is. If it had been longer and you were able to connect with those earlier characters, I think it would have been fine. The last character that we deal with, you get a lot of information on him, but the rest of the characters I would have liked to develop more. So make it a 200 and 350 page book and develop those characters more. I gave it a 3 stars. My favorite quote in it was, "I think as a species, we have a desire to believe that we are living in the climax of the story. It's a kind of narcissism. We want to believe that we're uniquely important and that we're living at the end of history." So I thought that was very interesting. Like I said, I gave it a 3. Friends of mine that have reviewed it, I think they're around the same. I know one of them is for sure. But anyways, yeah. Second one, the one that's an advanced copy, is called Fox Creek. Now this is quite a novel. I was very happy. I read Yellow Wife, and I thought that was a really good novel. And this certainly this is her first adult novel. She usually writes children's books. This is her first adult novel, and I was really surprised. I didn't have high expectations because I was giving the author a benefit of the doubt. I didn't need to. So this is in 1843, and there's this interracial child that her father passes away. They were very well off. He spoiled her. She was very she was into uh, he gave her pretty much whatever she needed. And unfortunately, when he passes away, one of the relatives comes in and she is sold because unfortunately they don't see her as white. They see her as slave, basically. And she is sold in, and she's very young. I think she's around 6. And it's following her life from the time um that she's purchased till into like halfway like a little bit into her late teens, I think it is. And it follows her going to this place, and she becomes the playmate of the daughter there at this plantation, and her trying to fit in. She doesn't fit in with the slaves, and she doesn't fit in with the plantation family owners, and her having to navigate that. And there was a boy that went with her. It was sold with her, and was kind of protecting her on the journey to the auction house. And he is in the family as well, and he is like he holds a love for her. And yeah, it's just, I felt the same. I I have a love-hate relationship with um books that deal with slavery. I think they're terrible. Like the circumstances are so terrible, and I know that's stuff that actually happened, and it's sorrowful, but at the same time I think it's important to read them to remind ourselves what had happened and things like that, and to learn from what happened. So I forgot to tell you when this is going to be published. It's going to be published September 1st. So I will try to remember that date. I'll put it on my calendar to remind you guys that this is up for the able to read. Or if you're a NetGalley member, just go on, and I think it's still up there that you can choose. You can go and read it there for an advanced copy. You just kind of request it, and the author determines whether or not she's going to accept you to read it. But I would definitely go over there if I wasn't already, and look at it. So a lot of things that I liked on this one: the plot, the writing. I had no problem picturing the environment. I had no problem connecting with the characters, disliking certain characters. I liked having the perspective of different characters, because you kind of, throughout the story, it wasn't just Monette that is the girl. It's not just her that you're following. You're going to get it from other perspectives of other people as well. And you kind of see the thoughts that are going through the people and the owners of this plantation, and slavery and slaves, and what they feel about African Americans and stuff like this. So you kind of get that, you see both sides of it, kind of. But yeah, it's hard. It's a little bit hard to understand, I guess. Yeah, I found that there weren't a lot of doldrums. Sometimes in these novels, I find there's like a slag, and you kind of have to push yourself through that. I didn't have to push myself at all with this novel. It was just, I really easily went through it. It pulled me right along. It stimulated a lot of emotions. Um, I was, yeah, as you guys know, I'm a crier, so I felt the situations were realistic. I there was some premonition in there, and I really enjoyed that. And yeah, the dislikes. I only had one where I just didn't know what there was a lot of discussion about scents. So lavender and lilac and stuff like this written throughout, and I was wondering why. So it's not really a critique per se, it's just a wondering why it was so prevalent. What I liked most about the whole book is that everything is not tied up in a little bow at the end. Everything's not like, you have the ability to wonder what happened, and um just not knowing what happened, and you have questions of what certain things meant, or certain what's going to happen, why did certain things happen. I like that. It depends on like what kind of reading you like. I enjoy that because to me you don't have to wrap it all up for me. I'm okay with not knowing what happened, or with certain things, and knowing what happened with certain things. So my favorite quote out of it was so this is mid-sentence: wondering if life was simply a series of compromises, dishonest compromises that presented to the world a face of honesty and integrity. So I thought that was really good, even not only fitting this situation, but fitting the world today. So yeah, I loved this book, and it is on Goodreads. I am going to put the link to my review down below, my full review that I did for the book. Please, if you're interested in NetGalley, you go over, you sign up. Authors present their books. You try to get accepted on them. It's a push of a button, very easy to do. If you are interested, go over to NetGalley and check this book out and see if it's something for you. You don't get accepted all the time in NetGalley. I've been refused books, but you know, it's something that it's another option for reading books. And if you're into that, I will put that link below as well. But yeah, that's again, and this is 5 out of 5 that I gave this Fox Creek. And again, I was just so like, I'm thinking, okay, you give her a little bit, give the author a little bit, just because it's her first book. If she's watching right now, out of the park. It was, yeah. She knows though, because she's already looked at my review. So she's aware of how much I liked it. And like I said, I read Yellow Wife. I've read quite a few, The Help and stuff like this. And yeah, I find this is very equivalent to those. So anyways, what I'm going to do next week is, as I mentioned, I'm going to be taking some time off of my monthly contest that I do with my book club, which we do like tic-tac-toe and things like that. I am we are usually given prompts, and then I choose my reading based on those prompts. I'm taking at least a month off, if not 2, from doing that, and I am going to do a little TBR for myself, a to be read list, and I'm going to present that to you, what I plan on reading in May next week. So it'll be the end of the month. I think it's the 30th next week. And yeah, so I will let you know what I have in store for May readings. All right, you guys, thanks for stopping by. Take care.